Oh, Videl. Long considered the worst character in Dragon Ball FighterZ due to her lack of the universal reflect mechanic, Videl has struggled since her drop. While she has received buffs over time that give her some powerful offense, the lack of reflect is too much of a hurdle for some players. Measy, however, is not one of those players. Undeterred by her absent defensive tool, Measy has mained Videl to some pretty impressive results. His love for the character has led to him making up for her lack of reflect with potent offense and powerful combos. Today, he shares the secret sauce. What is up, y'all? KRCPinto here today, hanging out with the one and only Measy. Maybe the premier Videl main in the US. I think that's fair to say. Measy, how you doing today, man?
I'm feeling good, bro. I just have one problem. It's in the world, so
Glad to hear that. Glad to have you in the world. And ready to see some sick Videl stuff today. This character, generally underloved since she came out. Everyone likes to talk about her lack of reflect, but you've been maining her for a while anyways. You don't seem to be too bothered by that. So, hopefully we can dig in today and see what makes her tick. You ready to get started?
Yes, I am.
All right, let's do it. First of all, let's start off easy. What's your favorite Videl move and why?
It would definitely have to be her 236H. Recently, this got buffed, and it is such a good tool for her. It's almost full screen, 18 frames, full screen. Call it with an assist, and that's free mix, right? You do that, assist, overhead, and you get the grab too. You go in and get mix from it. Also in the air, it's 8 frames. So say if your opponent was to tech, you're instantly back in. Do that, assist, and you're it's instant. This is definitely one of her best moves in the whole game, I would even say.
All right, let's talk about her assists. So I know you run Videl mid. What's your favorite assist of hers and why?
So just to start off, her assists are kind of lackluster, compared to most of the cast, but definitely her A assist. It's fast, has decent block stun, 20, that's not bad. It's a lariat. Bardox's goes a little farther, but this is definitely a best assist. Because her other ones are kind of this is the rinse and repeat from a couple other characters, which is good if you need this, but you would have to play A. And then she doesn't have a C assist, so.
Is it that bad?
It's her DP, and if you already know about Videl's DP, it isn't good to begin with.
Okay, fair enough. Does the A assist have decent hit stun or anything like that to kind of give it some value?
Yeah, around regular, lariat isn't too horrible. 40 frames of hit stun, that's pretty good. So it's just for the air is mainly where I would say. It kind of keeps them suspended for a long time. I don't know if you saw that, but
yeah.
They kind of stay there for a while. So easy if confirms, easy for block strings, especially since I play Kid Buu 50-50. It's easy. Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about your team position with her a little bit. So you run her mid. Could you talk about why?
It's just because I have Kid Buu, honestly.
Do you think point is her best position if you don't have Kid Buu on the team?
Point is definitely where she should be. Her lack of neutral tools definitely needs help, right? Because for neutral, she really just has Gohan, and Gohan isn't that great. You have this, it's alright. The Ki Blast, trash, right? And it's more of her air moves. This is good, but all of her Gohans have landing recovery, right? For some reason, her calling in Gohan gives her landing recovery, which makes it easy. So if you was to go and do that, you could just run under, wait for her to fall, and it's a free punish. It's really bad. That's why you would have other stuff to help her balance it out and stuff. It's just really horrible.
Makes sense. The Saiyaman stands are about to come for us in the comments.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, this is so bad. Anyone that just knows how to jump, just...
That's the slowest Ki Blast I think I've ever seen in the game.
Yeah.
Does it have like good properties on it or anything? I mean,
it's just a regular Ki Blast.
Wow, that's rough.
A singular Ki Blast.
So Videl on point, enabled by some assists to make her tools work, cover the bad neutral. So we've already touched on the fact that her neutral's not so good, but you know, this is a fighting game, you gotta play neutral. So when you're playing neutral Videl, what's your game plan? How do you try to close the gap with her?
A lot of the times I would do a great same and assist. This like really allows me to like run in and start getting stuff going. So that's a frame trap. And if they reflect it, I'm still in there because I'm Stu plus. You know, I'm very plus. I could do like, if they try to mash, I win. She has a very like easy anti-reflect, just light, or even light medium. And you do not want to get hit by her medium, which is, that's gonna be rough for you. That's your health gone. You know? And what I said earlier, her lariat, just, it's free neutral. So you're playing neutral, right? As you're like just jumping around, you get the free bar, so it's like, look, I just got half a bar for legit just like moving. Like no other game is doing this for you. Get the free half, assisting, and you're in. It's honestly just too good.
What do you do with her in the situation where you don't have an assist on deck?
Like if I ever have her like anchor or something, I would always try to zone kind of, and like go when they're not expecting. You know, set this up, even though it's not the best. It's still like good for the ground. So they would have to jump or hold that or super dash, which is covered by pretty much just this, right? If they don't know how to move, because this hitbox is like huge. They recently buffed it, so it's like really good, very plus. She also has this other Great Saiyaman, which kind of forces them to move forward, because at full screen it would hit them, right? At jump, they would have to either jump up or move forward, which is pretty helpful considering how this game works. I guess like Brawly or something, she's also really good. That's actually like probably her best matchup, if I had to say.
Z-Broly?
Yeah, Z-Brawly.
Ooh, why?
One of her best matchups. She just like really stops like what he wants to do, right? Like the zoning, Gohan beats that. She also has 6H, which I kind of wish they would change, but it does go through Ki Blast. And you know, his Eraser Blow, with her you can react, jump, and then call Gohan, and it will punish like most of the time if you're on point. Gohan is her neutral basically. Like, as bad as he is, you have to rely on him, because this is part of her kit, and a big one too.
Alright, let's talk about where this character really actually gets fun. So, let's say you win your neutral, you're in. It's time to pressure them, mix them up. What are you doing to make people slip up? How are you approaching pressure and mix up with Videl?
First off, that's a 50-50 lariat. Overhead, we know, low, or not low, but doom. And you might think, oh, you can react. You cannot react to this. Okay. This is a 19 frame startup versus a who knows how thing that is. Like, and you could delay it too. People be like I've actually had people tell me this. Just like, you watch for the delay, but like she can delay her Rekka significantly a lot, or she could just not do it at all and just like do something else, right? Like a simple setup that most of the cast has with her would just be 5H lariat assist and assist. No, lariat and assist at the same time into the overheader grab. Because when you do this right and they guess 2H, you will not lose. They will actually lose for guessing right. Yeah, as you see there, when done correctly, you will win most of the time. No,
Yeah, that's
you would all of the
terrifying.
time. Yeah. And she doesn't even have to do that. Like, she just like, oh my god, it's so good. She can also just sit there. This being -8 is kind of bad, but this is why you play her point. You know?
Right.
Not to mention if you have Kid Buu, oh my god. This free mix, like honestly, this is Kid Buu if anyone is pretty much just free mix though, to be honest. And a lot of people don't know this, but this is actually an overhead. It doesn't look like one, but if you're trying to block low, it would not work.
I've learned that one the hard way online multiple times.
Free mix has a 2H, and on smaller characters, it actually becomes a 3-way. If I can get it here for you. There we go.
Ooh, so you're actionable after they block it, and you can air dash from there.
Yeah, this
That's
move
kind of
is
sick.
+5 on block.
+5. Damn. Okay.
See the +5. The light one like knocks them away, but the medium one would legit just leave you like right in front, which allows for some sick stuff, you know. But it's more harder to like use it in a block strings. Like I've tried to like look for it before, but it's just like it's really hard because you need like a lot of blocks done. Because you need something that like stops them from blocking during this whole flip and a little bit after, and it's hard. Even with Kid Buu, it'd have to be like frame perfect or something. It's just not really worth it.
But it's there.
Yeah. She also has 6H. This is so good on block, right? Because she has 6M, right? You could always just all reliable 6M assist. And if the dink you're gonna do it, she also can do grab. And they look exactly the same.
Yeah, that is like terrifyingly similar.
And not to mention, like, if you get hit by this and they have meter, you're eating a good chunk of damage. Great. Into like free mix, right? And you also have Gohan, which on block is really good actually. Like -2. Let's get them here. 5. This would be like real pressure. Like that's +1. And this would gel into this, right? Like this is Gohan's obviously not fake, but this setup's for like actual frame traps. Because not many characters can punish. Like you would actually have to be mashing to punish that. Because there's a 6-frame gap. Only like 6 framers could punish it. Other than that, it's medium starter. You know?
That scales like a medium?
Yes. So if I could just show you like a quick combo. This is like really simple. Like all you did was like get frame trap, and that's pretty much like 4.2 off for just that. That combo wasn't even like anything either. It's like really good. And I know like some people like to try to get this in there. Don't do that, okay? if you're watching, do not do that, please.
Hot tip.
You putting the key blast there gives them more options on defense, right? Because that way they get the free reflect, they get the super dash, they get a reflect tag. Like it's too like many risks to even try that. Just go for your simple shit, you know. If you think it's you know, you can't open up, just return to neutral. There's nothing wrong with going back to neutral, right? Nothing wrong with going back to neutral. You know. But the point is, her pressure, you want to use her flips, her Rekkas. That's your mix. That is all you need. I promise you. I actually promise. Unless you have UI and then, you know, that's just UI stuff. More of like character specific. I'm just gonna put on all guard for you, just so it doesn't get hit. So obviously, she's all tricks and stuff. So you wanna keep it tricks. stuff like
Hold
that.
on, I didn't even see her come back around. When did that happen?
Yeah, because after this, like she does like a little flip, and that's like when they slide under.
Oh, UI's pushing them under her?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
pushing.
dear God, dude.
So it creates like a lot of scenarios where like you will legit have to lab. I'm not gonna tell anyone how to beat this, right? You go lab it yourself. But if you don't know what to do and you get hit by this, it's wraps. Like you're just eating so much. Because if you're doing this, you're probably gonna medium starter. I would if I used UI, and her damage is amazing, which we'll get into that later. But like, it's so many options. Just really character specific with her pressure. That's how you want to be, I would say. Oh wait, actually no. Her staggers. If you're gonna stagger, do not do medium. Her medium staggers suck. -8, right? I don't know why it's -8, but -10. Buff to speed, swag. If you're gonna do H, end it with Gohan, right? Just stagger with flights, you know, the Karas and stuff. Let's keep it simple. Yeah.
All right, let's talk about her Oki. What are her options when she gets a knockdown? Does she have anything sick?
So I'll start with mid-screen first, because there's not like much she can do. But it is like some simple stuff, right? You get like the simple knockdown. Good thing to do is just run up ID J2H, right? This catches all techs, which is really good. And you know, you're not risking like if they jump and you do JH, it'll like knock them down to the floor and like it starts to scrambles, right? And if they was to up tech, oh yeah, it catches delay tech, right? Because you're running up. I'm pretty sure if you run up, you see them move, you do it, you know. It's not much you can do. So if I put them to up tech, right? Just to show. Catches that. And people don't know, but this move is so plus. This like ridiculous how plus this move is, depending on how low you are.
Oh, jeez.
Like this is like if I was to do something, how would I do this? How would I show this? I guess like that. Like this is free pressure. You know, you get the little Oki even in the corner, but it's really good. She can also, like if you want to keep it like more safe and stuff, little tiny dash and then that key blast. The key blast will go on. Like it's not the best, but it does give you a free lane, like a free assist. And the reason you don't do it right away is because obviously Gohan has cooldown, so you have to actually wait until he goes away a little bit. Right. Free pressure. It's pretty plus, you know. It's the way to go in. But that's pretty much the mid-screen stuff. So if we was to go to corner, this is where things get tricky, right? Obviously, everyone has the safe jump, you know, the free stuff. But Videl, she has this setup where she jumps up, and you want to do this at the peak of your jump. J2H, right? It has to be at the peak, otherwise it will not work. And you will realize if you start using this more, people that would play her, it misses a lot to double jump. That's how you beat it if they do it fake. Just double jump. Right? But that's also why you do J2H, because the hitbox is huge. Like, that's even more plus. And if you're assist, right? Oh my god, this is so broken, right? We all know the super dash assist, right? How it has a gap. There is no gap. If they up tech and you do this, there is no gap. It's free. It's like, oh my god. Not only do they have to look for her overhead and her low, they also have to worry about a command grab, right? then there's no IED, so they can't really like look for the IED to block. And her cross up, which if they do block it is +5, so like that you can't 2H that right there. It just will not let you. And if they can, like some of the fast characters, like if Videl did it on Videl, it would still be a safe jump either way. Which is like, oh. And then once you get your opponent scared, they're gonna stop like up-teching, right? This is where things get a little more interesting, you know. Just a little more, right? Because that's pretty +5 from free on Wakeup too. So I also showed delay later, but command grab, you eat about like 30%ish, 35, build 2 bars for getting mixed. It's you have to hold that. She also has the low option. And then the over. She gets her free 50-50 here if you really just wanted to keep it simple. She gets go on, free 50-50. Right.
Jeez. Are you using, is her cross up what's stealing the corner from them? That flip move?
Yes, this steals corner. It would still always steal corner. Like if I was to go over here, it would still steal corner.
God. So you have that in the pocket as well.
Which you can also use, right? Got a nice base bar I like to do is something like that. I said base spurt, but a spark bait. You could jump back, go on, and EX will like most of the time, like it goes pretty far. Like if you see there, if it's just an inch more, it will go. And her medium one goes even further, which is actually really good for level 3 Oki. We'll get in, show that later. Also do backdash. It's just really good. This is a really good Oki. I think a lot of people should do. So we're level 3. We don't have save states, so kinda gotta. She gets the, I don't want to say universal because some characters don't get it no more, but the super jump IED floats. So you get the overhead, the low. If you hold up, you get the overhead, fast fall low. Then she also has her stuff that she can do, which would be the command grab, right? Obviously. Her cross up. But the good one, actually, and this is really tricky. Like this, a lot of people do not accept this. You want to TK her M somersault, right? And that's meaty. And if I can show this right, it actually beats Smash 2H, which is really good. Yes, 2H. But if they spark, you kind of have to hold that because you're going to be in the corner. So it's more of a, let me just catch them real quick.
Oh man.
That's meaty. They block it. You're still +5. So with your assist, you're still getting mixed. It's a lot of layers that you go into with this. And then she also has what I showed earlier. You could just jump up to keep it like actually meaty, and then just cross up with that from like. It's like really good. You can't do nothing about that. And if you're really feeling it, and then you could just do another one. There's nothing stopping her from just like keep doing it, right? And you could just mix it in with like her other stuff. That's pretty much her Oki. I didn't go over it, but this right here beats like full delay tech, right? You see they do that. You do the 2H and they're still on the ground. Backdash OS, right? And if you don't know what backdash OS is, I'll just go over that. Like a quick thing. Exposed. Right, backdash OS. Good. They whiff a button. If you know they're gonna mash, free to him, right? Damage out of this world. So, this is just really good universal. She always has a safe one. That's pretty much her Oki.
Alright, so you have been talking about her damage for a while now. I think it's time we see it. Give me a little damage showcase. Talk me through this. What are you doing to put the hurt on?
Okay, so medium starter obviously is where she's gonna get most of her damage. I'm just going for mid screen because it's not really a lot mid screen. So just get this out the way. It's really the corner gotta worry about, right? Like, you know, scaled starter. She's not really doing much, right? 30%. That's alright. That's alright. She also has this re-jump, which is pretty hard if I can get it. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. I would say do this one off a medium starter if you are mid screen. Cause she actually gets a lot. And that's corner to corner right there, which goes straight into the Oki, which I was talking about. So they have to hold that. And if you're close to the corner, that good damage. But mid screen, you just want to keep it simple. And if you have assist, 6H assist into anything. Her 6H is a medium starter, okay? This is really good. Like just real simple stuff with 6H if you have to. The corner carry's too ridiculous, right? Good damage. Boom, boom, boom. Simple. Then the corner. Oh my god, bless it. Bless these buffs. What I like to do is, if I get anything but a medium starter, I like to keep it simple. Simple ender. Into sliding. And I've messed up, but we move. But just drop this ender, because if this would be her main ender that I would recommend. You get to grab into a meaty J2H on knockdown, which I didn't go over, but that catches regular tech. You have to, even though they like to delay tech, us, right? And medium. If you get a medium starter, their health bar just honestly just explodes.
Oh my gosh.
And keep in mind, that's not even an optimal combo. That's just more of a, that's a tournament combo, I would say. It's like she could really get like cheeky and add just all these extra hits. And then, you know, if you have the assist for it, like that's 6K solo that she can get.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts.
You do not want to mess with this. And if they really wanted to, it's, oh my god, this kid just...
It looks like she's building a decent bit of bar too. Like nothing like groundbreaking, but definitely a respectable amount.
Yeah, so our combos build 2 bars. But for like the longer ones, like how I did, you will use half a bar for her EX, because it's 8 frames and it will always land if you do it right. So it's about 1.5 bars you're building each combo. Which is good because most of her combos will build you that 1.5 bars if you do it right. And if you could cut it short, but you want to get that damage because meter penalty doesn't really affect her as much as other characters. Because she has a lot of way to like time it out because her combos are so long. It more of just like helps her a lot. You know? Like simple. And that's not even like any combos with her super. Like I'm gonna be honest, I haven't really labbed this because personally I don't feel like combos with that are tournament viable because she does plenty without it. Like she does plenty of damage without it. So it's not really something I've looked into really. Not since the change. But I'm pretty sure she could like, yeah, she like just gets basic stuff around the same damage. And also, like, if you was to get this something, you still get good damage from this. Like, kind of messed it up there, but like a DP or something. Yeah, but that's more of so like if you're kind of close to the corner, but not really. Like if you're like around here or something. This is when I would say you would want to do it, because this does give a lot of corner carry. And then you do get good stuff, so definitely just keep it simple with her combos without like her super. That way you get everything.
What's your sauciest combo you've got in the repertoire?
Sauciest combo? Probably off of her grab. Like, it isn't really, like, too much, but it looks cool, like, right? It's just, like, her simple rejumps and stuff. I don't know, like...
That was long.
Yeah, that's just a command grab, which is really good, too.
Videl looks pretty poised to 2-touch. Like, based on the meter build, and then, like, if you can play that Oki right and get a medium starter, like, it looks like a pretty free 2-touch, yeah?
You would think, right?
Ooh, maybe not?
He is 3-touching still, right? And I think most of that comes just from her super damage, to be honest. Because her level 1 super is like 620 something. Like unscaled. As you see right there, 5 for 5. But that's also counting the 120. It's like 650. No. Yeah, like 650. It's pretty like low compared to the other cast. Which is why some people would say do that, because that obviously gives more, but that's certainly not worth it. And I really think that stops her from 2-touching a lot. And like her scaling, like I talked about her mix and stuff, but her scaling from say like stuff like this is like really bad. I don't know if you see that, but like I just did a bunch of stuff in 2.3.
That Gohan link was sick, by the way.
I appreciate it, yo. It's just so deep. Yeah, but it's like anything other than a medium starter, you won't get too much. Cause I'm pretty sure her scaling goes. I don't know where it goes, but as you can see, it goes to max, like instantly max damage scaling, which is really whack. Even off of like simple lights and stuff, it starts off like super early. Where someone like UI does ABC and gets like 80%, but you know, protagonist, right?
Yeah, something like that. I know you like the routes and you like the character. What makes you play the character when you have to deal with scaling like that? You pointed out some flaws for sure. What's your main draw to Videl?
I'll say the first one is just she's my favorite character from the show, favorite female character at least. So I had to pick her, try her, and honestly, I think she's the most fun character in the game. That's my main reason.
Fair enough. I love it. That's the way to go. I love when people like play the character like at the level that you play Videl, like because they like them in the show. That's super cool to me. Like, oh, it's my favorite character. Like, I just have to do it. I respect it. So we've talked about a lot of her offensive stuff. She gets good damage off medium starters. She has solid mix. But what happens when it's time for Videl to block? How does she play defense?
You have to be a blocking god, right? As everyone knows, her dodge sucks, right? You don't want to use it like that. I still do, but that's because my blocking sucks. You just want to have good defense. Because she has a DP, 16 frame startup, 1 hit. Not doing much. She has the 1 frame counter, but that's really easy to bait out. Like, it's actually insane how much you would get baited out for trying to do this, even though you haven't done it. They just know. It's actually, she has this 7 frame invol level 3. Like, she has more options on defense than most characters, besides the reflect, but the reflect is just honestly too big. Like, the dodge is cool and all. Like, if you have a DP assist, like as you see, like she's still minus on a heavy button. But a good thing she could do if you have a DP assist is like spam it out, because she gets to call the assist 2 frames before her actual dodge ends, which is really good for stuff like this. But it's still bad because it drags out as long as it reflects, but it's not worth it.
That's kind of, I feel like that's like the famous thing with this character, where people pretty much immediately ruled her out because of the spot dodge. Do you think it's like over hated, or is it like appropriately hated?
Like of it being like bad?
Uh-huh.
Maybe a little overhated, to be honest. Like it's bad, but it has its uses, right? Because if they whiff, they get like full whiff starter. Like it counts them as whiffing, so they would get like the whiffing stuff. But it has its uses, right? Like if you dodge straight into DP, that's real. So some characters can't like reflect DP or like reflect button like that unless they're in the corner. But she actually can, which I feel like if you was to learn like how to apply it, this would definitely be like, you could probably see it better than her, like if you're a master at it.
Let's touch on her DP a little bit, because you've said a couple times that it's not very good. What makes her DP not very good?
So for starters, while I'm switching, the hitbox isn't all the way around her. Like most DPs, like Gohan, like UI or UI's old one, it's only like in her knee, kind of. It's only like that front area, which is bad. It's one hit. It comes out super late. And then Gotenks actually just beats her DP throughout with just auto combo. Because his auto combo hits behind her when her DP and she has no invo behind her. Not to mention this S, right? SDPs suck. Well, not like UIs and stuff because it's down. But if you wanted to DP and you're like maybe like a frame off, you would get dodge instead, and that just ruins everything, first off. Like, no range, right? Gets beat out by most, like, stuff. Like, Optiinvo. How would I show this off?
Is that fall all recovery until she hits the ground?
Yeah, it is. And then she still has landing recovery.
So that's super punishable too, huh? I mean, I guess it should be. It's a DP, but that looks particularly slow.
Okay. I'm trying to show, like... Yeah, like, the hitbox is, like, non-existent. Just her knee and stuff, but it's super bad. Like, Gohan's is, like, 16, like, 9 frames or something. So it's just like 6-7 frames slower, which is really slow for DP, because a lot of moves that you would try to punish with a DP would not be able to get punished with it, right? Like this super negative -8 move, it's not getting punished by it. And it's just... Whereas if you have someone like Gohan with an actual DP, medium one real quick. It's EX. EX 6 frames, look at that. 6 frames. EX, really good. This is medium, also 16. The hitbox enormous, right? Can catch you if you're lacking from pretty far away, unlike Videl's, which is so whack. It's just how do I explain this? Just don't use it. That's this. I don't really know how else to explain it. Don't use it unless you have to.
Bad hitbox, bad range, not really worth it.
And as like most like light DPs can punish bad vanishes, but hers will still lose. Like it's actually crazy.
I think the something you said that's worth highlighting too is the misinput potential. Because yeah, I can imagine getting the spot dodge instead of the DP would be massively disappointing.
Yeah, it's like almost you could probably mash the DP out, but her is like is more of like timing based. And when you're trying to time a bad move to come out, is it like you really got to think about it? Like, do I really want to do this? Because if you dodge and they don't do nothing, that's a medium starter. If you DP, they do nothing, medium starter. Even if you dodge and they press a button, you're still getting punished because it's still their turn. Unless you like raw tag or something. But other than that, DP, like it's so bad. I really want them to buff it, but unlikely. A lot of people don't know about her wake up. Her wake up level 3 that she can do. And a lot of people think, oh, like it's a wake up deep level 3. It should be punishable, right? But that is not the case at all. Right. Wow, okay. So on block, it's actually -4. Right? Show it here real quick. -4 in the distance, so free jump out, raw tag, whatever you want. And if they actually was to reflect, right, it becomes even more safe. It becomes -2 for reflecting.
Really?
And a lot of people think, oh, I reflected, it's my turn, but that is no. Just play it real quick. It's like it's even more safe. You're still there, but now you're giving like the Videl player like more options, right? So it's either you take the risk and try to keep your pressure up, or she does like a level 1 DP, a raw tag, and like pretty much she has a lot of options. So what you would want to do to beat this, right, is you have to jump over it. So people don't know. Or like DP, right, invol. Because herself, when that super happens, she is not invol. She's invol like at all, like not at all. Right. Like I could, because it's so bad. Because Gohan spawns in front of her instead of behind her, as you would think. So it's like really bad. And he does not get the power up from that either, so it's a misconception that people have. Doesn't give you the power up at all.
Doesn't give you a power up? Do you mean like people think it's like an install or something?
Yeah, cause from this one, right? This I don't know if you could. Oh, I already have it on, but go here. You can actually see Great Saiyan Man power up. Cause she actually gets it from this. And I have to restart. Okay.
Oh, so like he hits harder after that?
Yeah, like him and only his attacks, right? You can see power up on the side, and you can DHC from this if you do it before the animation, but she only gets it after the animation.
Gotcha.
So you have to let the animation to get it. So just to show you, like it's not like a lot of damage, but when you're doing like all the combos together and stuff, it does stack. No, 850. No, it's all right. And then it goes to 1,000, if I remember. Yes, 1,000. So it isn't the best, but in her combos, you probably do them like once or twice in every combo. So it's pretty nice to have, but still, I wish they would change it. Like at least make it so it happens after her level 3 or something, like Broly. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right, Measy. If someone came to you tomorrow and they said, dude, I'm kind of thinking about playing Videl, but I'm on the fence about it. What are you saying to them to push them over the fence? Why should someone play Videl in Season 3.5 of Dragon Ball FighterZ?
If you want to have fun, if you want to mix, you want to make people explode, pick Videl. Just don't block.
Spot dodge everything, right?
Spot dodge and whatever. Never block. It's not worth it.
All right, fair enough. Short, sweet, to the point. All right, man. That's all I've got for you today. Let's plug your stuff. What do you got going on? You got Twitter, you got YouTube, you got Twitch. Where can people find you if they want to see some sick Videl play?
I compete in HOC and NLBC most of the time, so you can probably just catch me there. I also do have a Twitter, just Measy718. So close to 1,000 followers. If y'all can help with that, that would be OD.
Yeah, dude, that's all I got for you. Thanks for taking the time, Videl, dude. Some crazy stuff that I had never seen before. Do you think she's like misplaced on tier list right now?
OD. People always have her like bottom 3 and stuff. That's not true. But I do not hate bups, so.
Yeah, right.